top videos. The first one has nothing to do with CrossFit. Bam, we're live. Grundler, what's up? Bill Grundler, affiliate owner, former CrossFit Games athlete. Andrew Hiller, former two-time semifinals athlete.
No matter.
Wanted to go to the semifinals.
Regional
Affiliate owner, and John Young.
Just awesome, John Young.
Soon to be semifinals athlete. I think you need to.
Hey, so that mic's working. That's picking up from your mic.
Is it?
I can't.
I'm asking you guys.
You sound good. Can you check your How
would I check it?
Go to settings and then go to audio, and then go to mic and speaker. I mean, is it coming through? And your mic and speaker should both say Jobber headset.
I think
you mean the gear. So. You call it the gear. Click on the little gear on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah. What did I say? Settings? Gear.
Settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says it is. It says it's both the Jobber one.
Okay, cool. Tap on it with your finger. Let's see. Oh, shit. Wow.
There you go.
We're good to go. You now have better. So now the quality is me and Grundler, then you, and then Hiller for audio quality. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah.
You're saying mine's no good?
I'm not saying it's no good. I'm just saying that there's a hierarchy.
Just because you have microphones on? No.
There's a hierarchy of testosterone here too, and I'm at the bottom of that heap. So,
you ever read this book?
Everyone, I think I have read that.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Why do you have that book?
I remember the cover being different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got one of these speakers. That's what I was looking for. I found the Everybody Poops book.
That's a microphone. He called it.
I thought you pulled that up. I thought I'm like he brought a bong onto the show. What the heck are you doing?
Oh, it's a microphone.
I know. I got it now, but the way you pulled it up there, I'm like, oh, okay. Everybody poops, and he's got a bong.
I want to start this from this is a CrossFit Games update show. It might just end up being the CrossFit update show. I don't even know how much game shit we have today, but I want to show you something that none of you guys have seen that I saw on Instagram today that I thought was fascinating. It's from the sport of arm wrestling. This guy is called the Arm Wrestling Whisperer. He exploded on the arm wrestling scene.
I love this guy.
I don't know, a few years ago. I didn't even know he existed. And then he popped up he's got, I think, 250,000 followers already. And he's like the guy when it comes to documenting arm wrestling now. But here's him arm wrestling what I think might be the greatest female arm wrestler alive. It's Caleb, Mr. Beaver. It's the one that says, "Look at this." Hey, fellas. What's up, girl? How are you? Nice to see you. Nice flag.
If I see an arm break, I'll puke.
Here we go. It says one of those things. It says one of those things you won't understand until you feel it. I kind of love that. There's a lot of things about women like that, but here this one in particular. Listen to this. Is the audio on this? The audio is crazy.
I'm not used to someone too smart in the show. Everyone usually just grips up.
Oh, do you think that music's gonna fuck us?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks.
The show's already been flagged.
Oh, that sucks. Because is that a popular song? Do you guys know that song?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Scratch. Next bit. I want to show you this next. Anyway, it's a crazy video.
Bumpy. I couldn't really tell what was going on.
The guy's like grunting the whole time. He's like, "Fuck." Oh, sorry, John. You probably didn't like. You're probably the only one who didn't like that.
I'm spacing out, to be honest. Right
Anthony
now.
TPA, the show's best-looking male specimen, Captain Bill Grundler, the voice of CrossFit, and Hiller's hero. Sevan could pass for Bill's grandfather.
You're my hero. I didn't even know.
$5. You can say whatever you want.
Sevan, you and Bill are close to the same age, aren't you?
I'm older.
You're not older.
I'm 51.
I'm 54.
Oh. Shut up, Bill.
Yeah. Try to play that old man. Look at it. Take your white beard.
Okay.
And what's bad is both of you guys have better hair than me.
You know what it is? You were the head of media at CrossFit, and it just aged you, man.
It did.
The stuff we saw you holding the camera with microphones on the other day, you were young looking, like 21.
I just need to shave and get some laser treatment on my face.
Just
Look at that.
bun it up. You got the man bun. Pull that all back. You're good.
Look at Pool Boy. Sevan is 51. Get the hell out of here. Thank you, Pool Boy. Okay. Let's play Peace and Love. I just really like this. I played this video earlier in the week, and I just really like it. We'll get a little just a reaction from the boys here. What they think of this. This was not on the CrossFit Games Instagram page, but I just thought it was so good. I was like, how did they not post this? Katrin, David's daughter, and Hannah Black. Does this have music that's copyrighted too?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, Caleb, your shit is so stuttery today. Can you guys see this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, action.
So what's your takeaway here? What are we looking at?
You tell me, what do you see? You tell me, what do you see?
I see Hannah Black dwarfing Katrin.
Yeah, it makes me think, how big is Hannah Black?
What do you see, Grundler?
Well, I see abs, first of all.
Yeah.
Lots of abs.
This Katrin's 5'7",
Hannah Black has got
155.
some broad shoulders. Look at those things.
Yeah.
She's big.
They just look so happy. It's like, that's everything that CrossFit is right there. It's two competitors. They're strong. They're happy. They got the endorphin rush. Their DNA is expressing itself in its fullest potential. I just really like this. It's CK Kevin says Hannah Big Girl getting recruited to HWPO. If she's smart.
Oh man, dude, I tell you what, the coolest thing with Katrin this year, was just watching literally how happy she was the whole time. She looked like she was having a good time. I talked to her at the games last year, and she was just pissed.
Yeah,
I think that was actually a
she
good
wasn't
thing
at
for
the
her.
games last year. When you say you talked to her at the game, she was on the sidelines.
On the sideline, she was there. Yeah. Actually, she was hanging out with her dude at the time, I guess. And then I'm like, so how's it like hanging back here watching everybody? And she's like, I fucking hate it. I hate it. And
when you go from not making it to second semifinals, I'd be happy too.
Well, no, I mean, absolutely. But what I liked about that was that I still heard the competitor. And so it's one thing to be a competitor, but then to see her out here, and then even, we watched that whole semi, and she just looked great. It's like she was just doing her thing rather than thinking that she was trying to prove something to someone. It was just, she was out there working, and it was rad.
I'm just really digging this clip. A quick note from Coleman. Hannah Black is going to be on Clydesdale soon, and then Clydesdale Media chimes in. Hannah is on our show Monday. They're doing their shows live, so feel free to tune in to that. I definitely will be watching that one eventually. I'd like to have her on the show too. She did not make it to the games though, right? Hannah did not, but she had set the record lift. Is that her deal?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's the new strong girl in town, right? She's the new move over Danny Spiegel. We have Hannah Black.
She's not as strong.
Danny Spiegel moved out. She's not moving over.
Oh,
she's gone.
Oh, okay. So two corrections there. She didn't move over. She moved out, and she's not as strong as Danny. Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Completely made what I said worthless. For extra sloppy, thanks for hanging with me tonight, Hiller. Oh shit. Here we go. Andrew Hiller, marry, fuck, or kill CrossFit, Hyrox, or BJJ.
Marry CrossFit, fuck BJJ, and kill Hyrox.
No shit.
I would amen that, dude, right there.
That was easy.
But what about our boy? Our Hyrox boy?
Hunter?
Yeah,
what would he do?
Captain of the stupidest sport ever created.
Okay. Fair enough.
Hyrox is the stupidest sport ever created.
Well. That's no.
What did you say?
Yeah, John. Finally, John woke up. John, that was a test. Go get him, John.
Bag toss is worse, but apparently that's coming up and going to be huge pretty soon.
Bigger than the NFL, they say.
Yeah, that's what I read. That was it.
What's going to be bigger than what? Pickleball?
Cornhole.
Oh, please.
Like bags.
It is on the Ocho. They have that on the Ocho.
Cornhole?
Yeah.
The Ocho.
That's where
dude, I'm not joking. Like, it's on there.
Hyrox belongs there.
This past weekend, the CrossFit Games team headed up to Columbus, Ohio, the home of Rogue Fitness. The story is that they were testing the workouts. I think this is the first, I'm guessing, speculating, because that's what we do here, that it's the first meeting of all the games teams since Justin Berg is toast. And by games team, I mean the people who are in charge of the putting on the event, the operations. Have you guys heard anything? I'm also guessing it's the first time that Dave's been clued in on what the workouts are. I'm guessing he had no idea. He wasn't following any of that. If he was outside of the games, I'm sure they probably didn't run anything by him, right? So he shows up there in Columbus, and he gets to see what the 15 events are. Thoughts, Bill? Or do you think I'm expressing that accurately, Bill, what Dave walked into this weekend? And he's up there with his buddy, Bill Henniger, and I have to guess that Bill Henniger and Katie are ecstatic that Dave is back.
Well, they've always had a close relationship, I think. Yeah, you know, for a long time. I mean, like the length of the games, for sure. I think
it was love, right? Like those two, like Dave and Bill just grunt at each other. And they know, okay, we need 3 sleds, a pegboard, and a sandbag over here.
I think at the games level, at least back in the days, it was Dave was the right hand and Bill was the left hand for sure. Dave would come up with his product or whatever he wanted to do, and Bill would be like, "Well, all right, I think we can make that." They come up with something cool.
I don't want to get known for trying to try crazy stuff, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, look at all those strongman things that they did. You know, that wheel of pain. Like they make anything. They would create anything.
So I don't know what, I just bumped something. So he's respected in the space. He's not just like some fucking guy selling. He's not just Jeff Bezos. He's respected. You think he even has input? I mean, he has input obviously on strongman. He probably has input. Dave respects him just all things games, layout of the field, equipment, workouts, everything.
The console for sure. I don't know about like, hey, you think do this for the game,
right? I wouldn't say like layout of the field necessarily, but I would see like, hey, Bill, this is what I want to make. What can you do? And then he can go. And then it's kind of like his creative juices are going. We could do this. We could do something like this. Or can you make this thing
instead of this?
Right. So he would have that equipment view that I think Dave wouldn't necessarily have. And that's a great, handshake right there. A right and left hand just doing their thing, making things happen.
And well, the pundits are like, oh, gosh, darn it. I can't believe they're making these changes 6 weeks before. What are they doing? I don't think Bill has any of that. I think Bill's like, later, Justin. Dave, thank you. Welcome back. Anytime, day before the games.
I mean, Justin kicked Bill out of the semifinal, so.
Ooh, good call.
Tell us, John, what was that rumor? I heard that too. Tell us, what is that rumor?
Just like Rich, Bill didn't have a pass or whatever, and they said you got to go, right?
Dude, I'd have rather kick Greg Glassman out than Bill Henniger. I can't even Can you fathom that, Bill Grundler?
No, I don't. No,
we got to specify. Bill
like,
Grundler.
I'm taking all my boys with me. Pack that shit up. We're leaving.
It seems to me that in our space, there are certain people that it's like, okay, cool, yeah, welcome in. Not like, oh, you built all of the things. Yeah, you don't have the purple wristband. Go ahead and leave. Or you're like, the original, GOAT of our sport. You're here. I just don't know who you are. So you need the purple wristband also to become it.
Bill's not the kind of guy who wouldn't wear the purple wristband because he thought he was so cool either. He would follow whatever rules.
He's a quiet cat, man.
Yeah. When this is a risky question, you worked with Katie Henniger broadcasting the games?
Sort of. She would do more like the games desk thing, like with Pat Sherwood.
Right.
They would do the kind of that in between stuff.
Did you like her?
As far as what? As a person?
Like just personally, yeah. You like her as a person?
Yeah, she was fine.
Did you like her as a commentator?
She was. You know what's funny is I've worked with a lot of basketball players, like women's basketball players. Uh-huh. She is very women's basketball player. She has that tone of voice, like when she's talking and when she's analyzing or whatever. And it was more fun to see her. I thought, just for me personally, like if you'd be at HQ and they're out playing horse or something at the basketball, like then she would do her little like shit talking and trash talking and stuff. That was that was really fun to see that, because when she was on the other side, she was very businesslike and very just like very basketball commentator, women's basketball commentator.
I've befriended this lady named Jen Schro. She's a big shot in the softball world. She's a commentator for ESPN softball, women's softball. And dude, you're exact same.
Yeah.
Identical. They have this one, like, okay, this is how you're going to talk. This is how you're going to stand. This is how you're going to be. This is, yeah. I thought she was great at it, though, by the way. I thought, and also because she was games champ.
What was
risky that always helps.
Question? You said that was going to be a risky question.
Well, if he says fuck Katie, then there's two guys with fucking sunglasses and a suit are at my door taking away my podcast equipment.
How dare you put him in that position?
Taking down my ropes out of my backyard and shit.
Okay. They were pretty good. It was easy.
Dear Bill and Katie, Bill Grundler's thoughts are his own and do not represent me. And any thoughts from you, Hiller, on what do you think happened in Columbus? You have a sort of your analytics are so good that you're almost seeing like Nostradamus sometimes. Any thoughts on what happened over there? What it was like?
Just a whole lot of Dan Bailey.
Oh, testing the workouts?
I would assume that I mean, he's not competing, is he? Or is he? Did he make it? No. He was close, I know.
Yeah.
And if he didn't make it, then he was probably helping test some things out. Maybe they'll actually
testing the masters workouts. He wasn't testing any individual workouts.
Did you guys get the feeling that they didn't really test anything quite enough last year
for the games?
For the games.
Can you give me an event?
For example, the sandbag ladder took 4 hours, and they didn't have any sort of a backup plan. And I mean, it's like,
how do you test that though? You have Griffin just lift the sandbags and see if he can do it and see if he can't.
Well,
how do they know how many people are going to clear 300 pounds?
Well, no, it was just like they didn't have windows for the sandbag. They could just take as long as they wanted to. And they let them know, hey, just go as long as you want. And I think that's something that could have been nailed down in practice. So it didn't take 10 hours. And also, like the tie break, I think you guys brought this up on your last show. The tie break was bags for speed, not bags for weight or time lifted to take the bag. So if Justin did it in 5 seconds and someone else did it in 7, Justin automatically wins. I don't know, just stuff.
As opposed to what? I didn't understand the distinction between the two. I understand not weighted bags.
The goal was to lift the heaviest bag possible.
Right.
And then
that should be the tiebreak. That was actually
the tiebreak.
Great point.
How quick you lifted it, because you look at level 1 and it's do work or do work quicker, and do work in an amount of time or do work quicker. So if Justin picks up the 340 bag quicker, there's no need for a tiebreak because you already did it. But I think Dave could have figured that out in a Columbus situation with a Dan Bailey.
And I think
that is really incredible that they fucked that up. Sorry, John. That is really incredible, especially with Adrian going back to the roots of CrossFit. That makes so much sense, what Hiller just said, right?
It's mind-blowing that they didn't figure that out. And then it took 4 hours. I wanted to leave the stadium. I sat there the whole time like, this sucks.
Okay, but I think that my thought about the reason why they went that way is the same thing when they did the clean ladder, and then those who tied at a certain weight, they went and did that sprint to see how many cleans they could do. I think they did the same type of thing with the snatch, didn't they? So that all of a sudden they kind of fell into a routine of heavy. Let's come back to a light one and go for speed. But dude, I think that was Spin that brought up that idea, wasn't it, on your show? The last show?
It was Spin.
Somebody somewhere said it. Yeah.
Awesome idea. That makes complete sense, especially on the sandbag. I don't think it wouldn't have made the same sense on the clean and the snatch just because of that lift. But you saw how long it took for people to move that sandbag, and that would have made a really cool. That would have made sense.
For those of you who don't know, look at no, it was me.
I do think it was Chase. Yeah.
Hey, but here's
it's possible for more than one person to have said it.
Well, I heard it on the show is what I was talking about, the last show. Great job, Chase.
Was Chase on that show?
No, I don't think he was, but he may have said that. I mean, Chase is a smart guy.
I'm going to vote that it was Spin before Chase.
Dude, it was on the show where you said the 4 things you would have changed with the program, or maybe the 4 things you wanted to see.
If that was it, then Spin said it way before that.
Yes.
Okay.
For those of you who think we're being ridiculous, you have no idea. We're on this thread where as soon as Hiller said it and didn't give credit for it, I knew it. Like people got their phones out. Well, and then you knew. Then I saw Grundler being the fireman that he is. He tactfully slipped it in there to give credit to Spin, so everyone could like. It was probably like you knew fucking Chase was already like, and Brian Friend, and everyone's like had their shit up ready to go. And then Bill said that, and everyone's like, okay, can I set my phone down?
I just said that I heard Spin say it on the last show. Castro, and I thought that that was a good call on the last show. Not that it was his idea, and he was the sole person on the planet to think about.
We know it wasn't Adrian's idea, and that's what's important.
That is what's important. I see
You're
now.
so
Okay,
selfless, Hillary.
so
You're
do you think
selfless.
Dave would have? Do you think Dave would have
Bring it
come up
back.
with that though? We've never had that. I don't know if he would have.
Well, to Hiller's point, if you had 2-minute zones to lift the sandbag or 90 seconds, however you wanted to do it, the way they put a clock for the
time
snatch.
until you said you were done.
Like in the snatch, you had a minute to do it, right? Or 30 seconds to do it, whatever they had. And then you'd have a clock going on. You would know who lifted it the fastest. It would just make more sense. I think you could get there quicker if you had certain time frames for them to lift the sandbag instead of just go for as long as you want.
Do you guys think that Dave changed any of the programming? I'm
For
gonna
this
say
year?
he did. I'm gonna say he did.
For this year?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he went to Columbus and he saw something and he's like, nope.
I think we'll find out later.
Yes.
You think we will find out? I don't think we'll find. Okay, so sorry. Let's do the first vote first. Who thinks he changed something? Bill says no. I say yes. Hiller,
Yes.
Young.
I think there's stuff that he would change for the games in 2023 that we'll see.
Okay, now second
Could
vote.
be small things. Could be small things.
No, I think big things. Well, look, give me something small. I think it's big things. I think switching from rings to the pull-up bar is big. I think switching from
Okay,
stones
that's
to
the type of stuff I mean. Like instead of 2 miles, maybe 1.5 miles. Like just to make workout flows better or layouts better.
what about
you know,
changing stones to bags? You think that's a big deal?
Yeah, I mean those are different events almost.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Completely
Oh yeah.
different.
So I think that there's a difference between running 1,200 and 1,600 meters too. But okay. But here's the thing. I don't think we'll ever find out. Bill, do you think we'll ever find out?
No, they won't say it.
Yeah. John, do you think we'll ever find out?
I think after the games, they'll say this is how it got to this idea.
Can I get you in trouble?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, please don't.
I'm not actually. Oh,
Oh.
What the hell is this? I didn't see this. Did this get yanked down like immediately?
Did TDC change the 2023 CrossFit Games? Oh, we have a poll going.
It went up as soon as I pulled up my screen.
You pulled back your foreskin.
And
Okay,
I mean,
okay, but hold on. Okay, now you guys all voted yes.
Yeah.
Why would you think that he would change? Now he's not coming in to the same position where he was. Right? Now I'm not saying that he can't talk to Adrian about whatever and they can kind of go over things, but I don't see him coming in and going, nope, you're not doing that. Nope, you're not doing that. I could see Dave being like, okay, we're gonna ride the year out. Because dude, it's not like the year has been spectacular. And I just don't. I think that they're just going to run the thread what it is. He's going to let Adrian do his thing.
Wait,
And
pause that
then-
video there until Bill's done talking. I got a question. Keep going. Dave's
And
gonna
then,
do his thing.
and then the next year, if there's anything, it's like, okay, hey, then it'll be like, hey, let's fix what we need to fix or adjust what we need to adjust, whatever. I just don't see him. I don't see him as this role that he's been put in to be the program guy.
so you don't think it's possible? Like if he went to
I'm not saying it's not
Columbus
possible.
and
I
he-
just don't
no,
think
no,
it'll
no.
happen.
but like solve the
I agree
event,
with Bill, but I don't think it's a program guy change. Go ahead, John.
and then just go like, what if we did this? Like just to make an event flow better. And like to boss, not changing it, not saying we have to do this. It's no on this and yes on this. If he just threw out an idea, just floated something, and then boss
Okay,
is
well-
like, you're right, I like that better. That's
Okay.
changing something.
I see that as teamwork. I don't see that as Dave coming in and going like, yes,
him
no,
having an
no,
influence.
yes.
On the 2023 games. That's the
Okay, so
question,
we
right?
agree. Sorry, let me
Well,
be more
I mean,
specific in my
I see it
question.
as a
Let me be
team
more
thing.
specific in my question real quick. Sorry. So we agree. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a partnership still with Adrian, but I'm suggesting that Dave is going to influence the games this year
That's what
significantly.
I'm saying yes to that.
The movements, the
games.
programming.
I haven't answered your question.
Okay, go ahead.
See this? I was watching the behind the scenes from 2017 the other day,
Mhm.
and Adrian's sitting right there staring at some I don't know, is that Brooke?
Yeah,
Hall?
is that athlete stuck? Someone cut her down. That's what I wanted to
They were
ask.
doing that thing where they grab the net and then
They
they kind
flipped
of
over.
over the top.
Yeah.
And right here, you got Adrian staring, Justin Berg's around there, and you got Dave. Look, hey, don't let them do that, boss. It could be as
Yeah.
simple as that.
Saying you're not allowed to flip. Now you're allowed to jump off and kill yourself if you
And
want
mind
to.
you,
but
this is
you're not
the
allowed
day
to flip.
before. This is the day before they're doing the O course. All the athletes are just out here trying it out, feeling everything out. And you can see, like in an earlier scene, I think there's Fraser going across. They're just playing around. It was the day before they do it. And right on the fly, they're flying over, and Dave points and goes, "You can't do that." And they make it a rule for tomorrow.
That's not necessarily changing the event, but it is having an influence.
It's having
Well,
an
okay. It's so
regular watch.
it depends influence wise. Like, okay,
Yeah, they can't do that.
I still see that. I see it as a team thing. I don't see that as
Okay.
Dave coming in and wrecking shop and being like all of a sudden take Boz out of the seat of the programmer.
I agree.
I see
Yeah, I
it as a
don't think
team
that-
like, hey, we need to make it work well. And if it's seeing it as a safety perspective or a camera view, because I mean he's the GM now, so we wants to make sure that like
Money.
there's going to
It's
be
gonna-
good spots.
I think it's
and then
going
we
to be
got
money
this,
decisions.
exactly.
I heard
Exactly.
Sean Woodland say something on the Talking Elite Fitness podcast that I can't even fucking believe that it's like, duh. I think probably Hiller said it to me 5 times, and like I don't know what took me so long to sink it in. Justin was like, go because there's fucking. Justin's like, go because there's fucking money issues. But
Right.
but I didn't listen to Hiller because he's my friend. I talked to him 5 hours a day. I heard Sean Woodland say it, and it was like, oh fuck.
They got no
If
money.
he had been making money, they would have fucking kept him. Something fucking happened, and they brought in fucking Dave to fucking lay the hammer down, and I think he's gonna lay the hammer down.
Well, Justin was the GM of sport, right?
Uh-huh.
What did you always hear him say? And this is not. I mean,
We have a small team.
we have a
Sevan
small
has a
team.
huge cock.
One, Sevan has a big nose, almost as good as Bill's. And then 3, all I ever heard him talking about was like the affiliates. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, because the community is important,
Yep.
but your job is sport. Like, go get money for the sport.
Ooh, interesting.
Don't keep
That is-
talking
that-
like
yeah,
to the
that's a good
affiliates. Like that's Don Fall is us. Austin Maliolo is us. Like that's that split between the methodology of CrossFit and the affiliates, and then this tip of the spear, the sport of CrossFit. I mean, yes, they go hand in hand, but you're the GM of sport.
Not so much stay in your lane, but hey, fight for your guys.
Yeah. Like the affiliates are not making money for the games. So like I appreciate you talking about the affiliates, but go get money for the games.
Wait a minute.
Austin will make sure that the
not.
affiliates are represented at the games.
Well, okay. I mean, there's
Affiliate
the
funding
affiliate
fee.
fee, that kind of thing. You know what I mean, though. But it
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
like
yeah.
everything dumps. You know what I'm saying?
Have you watched any of the Greg Glassman content?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, 20 million, 40 million, all goes to pay for the games. Where does that come from?
I'm not saying that stuff doesn't go into it. It does, absolutely. But the thing is that can't be your only revenue stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get 6 million from the Open. You get let's say maybe you get 10 million from sponsors.
And the thing is
You're
that
at
when
16 million.
when
right
you
there.
take all
Ticket
of
sales.
to get all of that broadcast that you're wanting to do, like that is not cheap. It's not cheap. So unless
I know
you are
sometimes you can't do event 1 and 3.
because it's expensive, but I think that was the thing. If you're going to tell people that you're if that's a money thing, I mean, that would fit right in that box. And again, like, I'm hoping that with this switch to Dave, I'm hoping what it is, okay, make that thing do what it needs to do. Get the sponsors that are going to be paying big, go and talk to people, or get the team to talk to people to get a lot of money for
Too
the
small.
sport.
Team's too small.
Well, maybe he had. Well, okay,
Team is too small.
he's used. Okay, but now here's the
We have a
difference.
very small team.
He's used to working with a small team that can go and do a whole lot of damage, right?
What, SEAL Team 6? Are there 6 of them? Is that how that works?
I
Yes.
don't know. Yes, something like
No,
that.
that's the Expendables. That's Stallone.
Right.
There's way more than 6 of those graphs.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I think what he is good at doing, or will be good at doing, or what I'm hoping is he'll be good at doing, is not doing it all a one-man show, but picking the right gun to do the right job. Like you're the SEAL officer, dude. Like go get the people to do the things they need to do. The specialists.
Dave is going to let Boz do what he's doing and offer some other views and thoughts, still in a way changing the games. DJ Yaramich, what do you DJ out of Israel? What is that?
Absolutist right there.
Fergie Show. Boz leaves HQ and starts Fittest Clown League. Wow, that's someone who knows their shit. Greg Ghost. The main reason I'm listening, Bill's voice turns me on.
That's a chick.
Jeez Louise.
Keep talking, Bill.
My God. Rosie, Bam, I'm here in the shower. Is it one of those ones where the head comes off and you can get the spots, get the buddy in the boat? Rosie in the shower with 4 dudes. Barry McCockiner. Great show. All right. John's lighting makes him look like Skeletor. For those of you who know cartoons from the 80s.
It's not the worst thing I've been called in this podcast. So.
My favorite of all time. Don't get upset, anyone. My favorite of all time listener, Olsen dudes. Happy Friday, gentlemen. Have a phenomenal weekend with your family. There he is.
There he is.
Hey, John, you got to take the camera and just tilt it a little bit. Is that possible? I want to see more of your chest. The other way, bro. Maybe
there's some titties.
That's pretty nice. There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't take my shirt off the way you do, Hillary. I like people got to see me in person for that.
You're looking shredded in your Instagram stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I had somebody reach out to me and go, I don't know if you've seen, but John's been talking crap and he thinks he's fitter than you now.
No, I Fit Wars wanted to do a Fit War with me and you, and I said as long as it's not ring muscle ups, I think I got a fair shot.
And no ring muscle up and no one rep max clean either, and I'm in.
Yeah, you could take whatever you want out. I'm down.
God, I'd love to see that.
For the record,
Grundler, does that interest you as a professional sports broadcaster?
Way better than my fitness currently. But I don't think he's at his peak fitness right now.
I think within our community, I think it would be really fun. It would be fun to watch, like it was watching what was that boxing that they did with like no dude, it was still cool, man. They had Vanilla Ice out there boxing. They had
Josh Bridges and Jacob
Hefner. It's just a box.
Celebrity deathmatch.
Hey, I'd rather see these two do Fit Wars than Jacob and Josh box.
Yeah, totally.
You want to do 205 Isabel?
Yeah, I'll smoke you.
And 205 Isabel? Well, yeah. I'm down for that. Let's do that.
What's your 225 Isabel?
I don't know. I've never done it.
All right, I've done 100. So
yeah,
okay.
I mean,
settle down, boys. Settle down. This isn't promotion
right.
for.
I have an event.
This is like the.
I don't even know if I can say it on. I don't even know if I can say it on here, but it would be the one that I would want to see.
Between the two of them,
it would be. Oh shit! Chase is gonna hate me. Chase, are you still on? If he's still on, pop up here real quick. All right, so we do our trophy awards. There's one that we haven't said yet, and I think because we're trying to be good at like doing like a monostructural type one, and then a gymnastic one, and a weightlifting one. There's a weightlifting one that shit, I'm just gonna fucking say it. Chase, I hope it's all right.
Yeah.
Here's what it is: 225 back squats. Okay, 225-pound back squats. 400 meter. You cannot put it down. You have to do one back squat. Things. You have to do one back squat every 10 meters.
Yeah, how are we gonna video that?
Yeah.
So it ends up being 400. It ends up being 40 back squats.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
At 225, walking around a track.
That's it.
I like the workout.
I have no idea if I'm going to be, great at that or not. But
me neither.
I'll give it a crack.
I will tell you right now. Yeah, you know.
I like the workout. I'm in.
It's far less musculature than it is nervous system for sure.
Did you do it, Bill? Did you?
I did. Yeah, I tried. I didn't make it.
Oh, you didn't make it?
No, I didn't make it.
You can't put the bar down?
Cannot drop it. It's on you the whole time.
You got to have some sort of penalty if someone does put it down. Like
you're done. No, you're done.
You're done.
Event's over.
Loser.
Fail.
But what if you're ahead of the person? What if you're ahead of the person? You drop it. Then they got to get to where you are, past where you are.
They just got to pass. Yeah, it's about making. It's about making it.
You know,
it's a pass fail first, and then it would be for time after that.
No shoes, no belt.
No shoes, no belt.
Okay, that's cool.
No
underhand softball throws for time.
I'll go no belt. I would like to wear shoes though.
Matt Souza, I pay for John and Hiller to kiss. My God, stop drinking,
dude. Matt.
Stop drinking.
He was on the show. Where'd he go?
Bill and Chase have a show that's called Get With the Programming. They did an episode recently where they talked about bringing back four things from the past. Very broad.
Such a fun show. Yeah.
Very,
that was our Mount Rush moments.
And it's funny because I watch the show and I'm insulted with it, but Chase is like, God, what did you like that? Because they're like, bring back the behind the scenes. But then listen to this. Listen to this, my buddy Bill here. Listen to this. 36. Here we go. Yeah.
I just think that I mean, whether it's him or I mean, whoever it ends up being. I mean, he has a guerrilla style, so he was
whoever
able to
it
get
is,
some really
Bill.
good stuff in there. You want to know why? Okay, you want to know why I said that?
Oh, I can't wait to watch Get With the Programming. I don't care who's on there tomorrow. Chase, who you doing it with?
Here's why.
You mother.
Because when it first came up and everyone was talking about it, Hiller's like, throwing it out there saying, Don Fall, you don't have the balls to hire him back to be able to do these things. He's not going to come in there. And there was a discussion through a lot of people about like, would he even want to do something like that? And I don't know if you would, if you wouldn't want to do that. Not to say if it was you, rad, because your style of doing that, you're right, is like no other. But there are other people, if you're not going to do it, then something like that still needs to happen, is what I was saying. It wasn't a cut on you. I've always liked what you do.
What are you waving? Why are you
I'm waving him off. I'm like being like an old man.
Oh, get off my
no. Would you do it? If they said, hey, we want you to do it, would you do it?
Yeah, I'd do it.
Okay, if you were going to do it, what would you cover?
It would just like in the past. I would do it exactly how I did in the past. Identical.
Okay.
Nothing different.
I said I would like to have that back.
Okay.
If you were going to do it, it would be great. Look at my daughter in the background cruising back and forth.
Thank you, Chase. Yeah, thank you.
Not busted at all. I said you are good at it.
I'd really like
I
to
didn't know if you
What
wanted.
if my wife was like, I'd really like to have sex with you tonight, Sevan, but if not, can you just wipe some peanut butter on my vagina and send the dog over? Be like, what the fuck? I mean, seriously, it was like that for me.
Well, it shouldn't have been that crazy.
All right. Sorry, your daughter can't hear me, can she?
Nah.
Oh.
She's trying to be famous right now.
Okay, good. She can be famous.
Dude, those were so good though. You want
Too late. I'm already
No, shut up. I'm gonna go back. Because this is gonna give you credit. It was
yes, Daddy.
It was when they announced.
He can do
right.
that.
When they announced the softball throw on the tennis stadium, when Dave told all the athletes that they were going to be doing that, and Graham Holmberg was behind me, and Chris Spieler was behind me, and all those guys were around, and you looked over at Graham, and you're like, Graham, do you think this is even a good event? Is this like a worthwhile event? Like, should they even have this? And Graham's like, I don't know. They said we have to do it, so I guess we're doing it. So just the fact, I mean, and you know how we talk about the softball throw now.
You think
but
it's
it was
too political?
cool to see.
You think like it would be too political if a filmmaker was out there besides me to say that? Like, oh my God, you said that and Dave's going to fire you now? Like, why is that such a big deal to you? Like, I don't get that. Because
no, dude, when you would
question the mothership?
No, because you would never ask, so what are you going to do to recover tonight before the next day? How do you do? Like, you don't ask those questions. You go down not like 2 levels. You go down 5 levels. You go, hey, how's it going? What's going on? Bam. And then you hit them with like level 8, like right out of the gate. That's how you work. And that's why you would have people that would try to avoid you when you would come around with the camera. I mean, Chase is on here. He hated when you would come around. I loved it. I thought it was great because it was a
Chase. What the fuck, Chase?
You would come around and he'd be like, I got to get out of here. Because you would ask some questions like, I don't want to be put on the spot like that.
Only time I remember seeing Chase is when he was at the pool. Hey, girl. The only time I remember Chase when he was in that tiny little fucking bathing suit testing the swim workouts. It's like, dude, that you weighed 170 when you wore that. You're 205 now, buddy. Remember that when in Carson? It's like there's girls
that's right.
around
That
here,
was
dude.
That was 13, I think. Yeah, that was
he
the
was
pool
testing the workouts out. Him and Kara Hipskin. I think it was Kara.
Was that was the pull the muscle up one? Yeah, the swim muscle up one.
I don't even remember.
2013.
That was the pool. That was 13.
They were testing it in a pool, not the pool where the competition was, but some pool
it
that
was
was
just
at
offsite.
the facility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy World, $5 for Bill's last appearance on the podcast.
Oh man.
I think he fucking dumped it all on Chase. Chase will never be on here. Excuse me.
See, look at that. See, I loved when you came around, man. It was like, oh, what funny things are we gonna get into now? I thought it was hysterical.
Okay. Let's shift gears to CrossFit Media. I don't, that might be a misnomer. That's like when you call something that just doesn't exist or isn't, right? Misnomer.
Are we talking about Keith?
No, not yet. I'm gonna try to get off the show before that podcast comes up.
Oh God, that's really what we're talking about.
There's an athlete that's a local athlete to me. Her name's Kelly Clark. I'm a huge fan. I went to her misnomer, a wrong or inaccurate name or designation. Yeah, it might be a misnomer even to call anything CrossFit Media. It just might not
How are
be.
we not going to talk about Keith with you saying that?
So there's this athlete, Kelly Clark, and last year at the semifinals, she took sixth place, but she was 1 point away from fourth and fifth place. I remember. So she had like 247. The girl above her had 246. Girl above her had 245. And I'd been following her all year and talking about her on the show. And so and she was 35 or 36 years old. And this was kind of her comeback year, right? Her kind of like her really last chance to make it to the game. She missed it by 1 point. And she ended up shitting the bed at the semifinals this year and didn't make it at all. So if you click on that YouTube video, Caleb, this is a podcast from the CrossFit podcast that they just released, I want to say a week ago.
Oh no.
And it's with this girl, Kelly Clark.
Oh no. Oh no.
So when was this posted?
No, this is Kelly.
This is, same thing.
Same person.
Same person. So thank you, though, Hillary. So they posted this 2 days ago, and this is a fucking interview that means nothing now, but would have been huge for her 2 weeks before the games or a week before, or 2 weeks before the semifinals or a week before the semifinals, when she still was a valid person. Will you like that, Caleb? Give that a thumbs up.
What more?
Did they record it previously? Or
they recorded it previously before the semifinals when it was relevant.
And they released it after the
semifinals when she didn't make it. And it's just like, it's almost like, once again, this person hates Adrian Conway, hates Kelly Clark, and sabotaged Justin Berg. Because you could have put this up before the semifinals, and it would have brought a 1% more interest to the semifinals for everyone who watched it. Maybe 3%. You do 20 of these, and all of a sudden you have a 20% more interest in the semifinals. That's what I'm talking about when I'm bagging on this team. There's a million of these examples everywhere.
Yeah, let's just make the rest of the show about the examples. There's a million of them, you say?
Dude, there's endless examples.
This got released after semifinals, after she got dead last.
Yeah, she shit the bed, but it would have been crazy valid for her, for the viewers. I mean, basically, whoever's doing this
for semifinals.
She had a big following going into the semis too.
It's wasting Adrian Conway's time. It's wasting Don Fall's money. It's wasting the investors' money. It's wasting all of our time who watched it. It's wasting Kelly Clark's time. It's just one fucking embarrassment after another. Let's not get carried away. Damn, Sevy's kind of smart. Well, I just know I know one comes before two.
Semifinals podcast. Put it over here.
Here we go. Pool boy. Sevan is spot on. I was listening to that podcast so confused because they were talking about leading up to the semifinals. I thought I was listening to an old episode or something. I can't even believe you listened to it. You're like one of the 6 people who listened to it. Hey, it diminishes everything. It makes Conway look like an asshole. It makes Chase look like an asshole. It makes everyone who works at CrossFit look like an asshole. It just diminishes everyone to do that. You don't even post it at that point.
Yeah, agreed. No, what, Bill?
No, don't post it at that point. No, I was totally.
Okay.
No, I'm in agreement. I mean,
which then you only have to do Kelly Clark being mad at you, but you also expose to all of us that you're an idiot.
Man, I'll tell you what, if I was Kelly and that thing came out, I'd be like, God, like, okay, thanks. I didn't make it.
Right.
Like, that wouldn't make me feel good.
Not to go to the games.
Rub it in my face a little bit. Why don't you?
It's weird. It's just weird.
Okay. So do you think with the things we've been seeing then, if we're talking CrossFit, Justin's moved out, Dave's back in, seeing things like that happen. If he's cleaning house, I mean, maybe it took Don a while to kind of see all of these things. And then here we are like, okay, we obviously need to do something like that too. We need to fix that media department if we're trying to do something like that.
There's 2 people being protected in the media department for God knows what, who are just fucking everything up. Everyone knows it.
Right.
I followed one of them the other day.
Everyone knows it.
Well, that was that's so dumb.
Everyone knows what's going on. Everyone knows. It's a complete fucking disaster. Okay, on to more positive things. Craig Howard at Diablo CrossFit, longtime CrossFit Games champion, correct?
I don't think he won the Masters. He's gone to the games a handful of times. I don't know if he's won.
Oh, here's Matt. Holy shit, Matt, you look like you're 12. Matt, did Craig Howard win the games? Oh, he can't hear. Susan,
his wife was in the games this last year. I know that.
His wife. Did Craig Howard win the games? Oh yeah, Susan said he did win. It may have been like in 2011 or some shit.
2014.
Hey,
Wow.
He won. Yeah.
Shit. Nice.
What age category?
100 plus. Just kidding, Craig. Love you.
Is he older? Is he older than you, Bill?
Yeah. I think he just turned. Didn't he just turn 60?
I don't
He
even
said he
know
just
what
turned
these
60.
guys. He puts on a
Craig is
baseball
good.
cap and he looks like he's 15 to me.
He looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got this podcast. First of all, he has Pleasanton CrossFit. Everyone who's been in CrossFit forever respects the shit out of him. He's had up to 3 affiliates. The affiliate, his remaining affiliate is massive. I want to say it's over 600 members. Crazy active in the community. A man of high values. Stood by his guns. Raised money to pay for fines for affiliates that stayed open during the so-called 49er Express, and all around good dude. Everyone respects him. You know, he could just call Greg Glassman probably, and he could call Don Fall 5 minutes later, and they'd both pick up. Everyone. Is there anyone here who wouldn't pick up if Craig called?
No, he's rad.
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
I'd wash his truck for him.
yeah. Hiller would wash your truck for you with his shirt off. He'd make a video out of it. But
Oh yeah.
he had Nicole Carroll on, who I would love to have on. I can't express who Nicole Carroll is to planet Earth. For she's done all the women in the world who are like, oh my God, women are so great, or I want to stand up for women's rights, or I want to be someone important and change the world for women. This chick's already done it. Like, she's done it, she's passed it, she's celebrated it, but she not only did it for women, but she did it for men. I cannot think of anyone who has been more influential in a positive light for women's health, or maybe all humans' health in the world outside of, people like Greg Glassman.
With the quietest voice of all time.
With the quietest voice, is that what you said?
Yeah.
And some of you were like, well, what the fuck has she done? First of all, she did the Nasty Girls video. Okay, no big deal. But then she led the world's greatest training cadre ever to be on planet Earth. And I don't care whether you believe me if that's true or not true. I know it's 100% true. And that's the L1 team. And she led them. And she led them fucking strong. She's one of the greatest speakers I've ever heard when it comes to what CrossFit is, how it should be implemented, and the influence it's had on planet Earth in the past, present, and how it should in the future. She is truly a powerhouse. Anyone else want to say anything?
Yeah, she's jacked.
She's jacked out of her mind. Yes.
To this day.
She changed my personal paradigm on what a woman looks like.
That's interesting. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. My proximity to her, I recalibrated around her. My
What does that
proximity
do to other women as a result?
I mean, they can see, hey, this is, if you work really fucking hard, constantly very functional movements executed at high intensity, this is how what your body's going to look like. This is how it's going to express if you're 5'2" fucking girl.
You want to know what I think is awesome? What I've always thought is awesome about Nicole is she's obviously very physical. I mean, she's done all of the workouts, very competitive person, even though she didn't compete. That was actually a really interesting part. I've heard her talk about that before, about competing or not competing in the games, but a very physical specimen, but and has been in our realm that has been very I don't want to say it's a male driven setup, but like you have to have some attitude and some like you gotta have a shit ton of confidence. And she does that without like you don't ever see her get like angry or mad or yell or flustered. She just seems so cool, so calm, and it's not like she's trying to personally impress anybody. She's just kicking ass and I'm just kicking ass. I'm not good for a girl. I'm not trying to pave the way for women. I'm just doing what I do and kicking ass at it, and all the other stuff falls behind it. And I always thought that was really cool.
She has a peaceful way about her.
What shirt was Greg wearing there? That's a cool shirt. Something about a falcon.
Oh, I think it's the Maltese Falcon. It's a book by Dashiell
Okay.
Hamlet or something like that.
I thought it said, "Look at my falcon."
Crazy presence. She has really, really supersonic presence. I cannot say enough good things about her. She's remarkable. I'm not saying this because I want to or I'm kissing her ass or anything. I'm just telling you straight up, if you get a chance to meet her and hang out with her, she's a tremendous human being. And you'll know when you're in her presence, right? I mean, dude,
she Hillerified me the hell out of me on my level 1. She crushed me on all of my movements.
What year was that?
2007.
I like that description. Hillified you.
Oh, dude.
I don't know.
Andrew Hiller. Wow. Hiller.
Like, you're like, nope. That is not low enough, not high enough, not open enough. Like, I mean, I'm standing all the way up right now. What do you mean? She's like, nope. Just would not, and didn't saying it with a smile. Just the whole time, just smashing me.
Why weren't you getting up? Is that a Batman head? Cool.
I think it was.
Hey, she's a hippie pottery teacher from Santa Cruz, California, who stumbled into a CrossFit gym, who is a complete fucking corporate fucking.
She has amazing abs.
Beast now. she's a beast. This girl can command.
Wow, and Santa's in that picture. That's cool.
That was right before I did that Reebok shoot.
Is that when you were homeless for a year, Sevan?
Yes.
That's
Prospector Joe Jackson, I think, going to pan for gold.
4 years of my life savings hanging around my neck. Okay, so Craig got to interview her, and I liked it in the beginning of the podcast. Craig said he was nervous, which was really cool. And then if you go to 2740 in this podcast, I want to play some of what Nicole says here. Listen in. Don't zone out, young. I'm going to ask you some questions. It's going to be a test. Okay, here we go.
Problems, but strong identity's never been one of them.
Okay, sorry. Go back 10 seconds further. Sorry, 10 seconds further. Here we go. This part's really important.
What makes CrossFit CrossFit? And to me, it was like, CrossFit's got 99 problems, but strong identity's never been one of them.
Pause. CrossFit has 99 problems, but a strong identity has never been one of them.
That's good.
And hey, dude, I don't know if you guys saw Hiller's video, but he fucking defined CrossFit for us again in the modern day times, the Hiller version. And it's a fantastic definition. There were 3 components to it. What were the components, Hiller?
There were 5 of them. And
5.
It has to be done on a clock. Sorry, there was 3 of them, and it was put onto an umbrella. You had to do it with an intention. You had to be vulnerable. You had to do it under the clock, which makes you be a little bit more intense. And hell, were my umbrellas. Scott Panchik actually did a bit on it too. It was pretty funny. He tagged me on Instagram. He goes, I got to make sure I'm doing CrossFit. I've never jumped over a hay bale before, so I'm vulnerable. Hey, start the clock. And then the clock started. I should see if I can find that.
And that's basically what happened. That's what we've been saying for the last 2 years. It was really weird. Sorry to ask Pound the media team again. It was really weird a couple years ago when we heard that the media team had outsourced to a company in New York City, a marketing company, asking them, hey, can you tell us what our identity is? Can you fucking imagine can you imagine Greg Glassman doing that?
Cannot.
No.
Dude, I'm embarrassed to even say those words out loud. Not in 100 million lifetimes would Greg ask that. And Nicole knows that. And she had to sit there through an entire sale of the company with a whole. Can you imagine? She's cycled through a whole parade of executives already. Not even Dave was able to do that. Dave got fired and brought back. She cycled through an entire parade of a whole executive team already. Dude.
Do you know what her relationship is like with Don?
I don't know. I don't. But I have my imagination that it's just like outstanding in my imagination. But I have I actually have zero clue. It's never come up in topic with anyone I've ever talked to at CrossFit. And I do not communicate with Nicole. I text her after this video came out. I said, hey, great job. She said, thanks. And she said something that was like humble, like, hey, I haven't done a lot of podcasts or something like that. And I said, hey, dude,
the third one ever.
Yeah. I thought she was great. And that was it. Yeah. Greg Glassman, she tells Dawn what to do. I mean, I have to get Dawn. Anyone in her presence must respect the fuck out of her. Sleeky, I was on several of those calls and they were embarrassing. Meaning it's embarrassing. I think what she means is like you have someone who knows everything about CrossFit like Nicole, and then you have 6 other executives on the call pretending like they know. Hey, have we ever thought about doing CrossFit light, like something without the intensity to get like more people in the room?
You ever thought about shutting the fuck up?
Yeah. She's heard stuff like that. She's been in rooms with people who are making $500,000 a year who would say something like that. And she has to be like, oh, fuck. That they want to take out the intensity. Like, anyway, okay. Can we keep playing? Sorry, Caleb. Can we keep playing?
You shaking your head, Souza. Don't worry.
And so we had this all company offsite, and I kept hearing people say things like, we need to innovate while staying true to the methodology. We need to preserve and evolve, and and it's like. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Really cool. And I'm all for all that. But what was bothering me was I think if I had polled at that point in time, all the people in the room and said, what is the methodology? What exactly is it that we are trying to preserve and why, right? What are we staying true to when we innovate? Because if we can't answer that question, well, then you just can't freaking pull it off, right? You can't do it. And so I actually delivered a workshop, and I used.
Okay, pause. Thoughts, Grundler, on innovating in CrossFit?
I think that the fact that you're trying to preserve and innovate, like that she hit it. Like that's a tough pill to swallow if you don't know what you're trying to preserve and what you're trying to move to. So with all the people that were kind of running the ship, if they didn't know where we came from, I mean, and that's what we lost. We lost a lot of that grit, that's why so many, the military and fire and just people that just wanted to like grind on their workouts gravitated towards CrossFit, even though Greg wasn't teaching those kind of people in the gym when he started CrossFit. Like that wasn't how it was. But to understand that, it's like you have to do it. But I know a lot of CrossFit gyms now that if I was to ask them what's the difference between CrossFit and F45 or Orange Theory, they really couldn't tell me.
The owners couldn't tell you?
I don't think they can. And here's why. Because I don't think that they have looked in, like they don't dive into what CrossFit is, what we are. They don't go deep into that to really get a full understanding. When a gym down the street does CrossFit-like workouts, I, as a CrossFit affiliate owner, should be able to say, well, they do CrossFit down there. And I can say, well, they really don't do CrossFit. They do thrusters. They do burpees. They do they run, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, whatever. But that's not CrossFit, because here is CrossFit. And I just don't know if a lot of, if the people that are leading our company cannot express that and can't understand that, what are they going to lead us to?
I wonder if anybody asked, like, why are they innovating? Like, it's like they want to preserve, they want to innovate, but they want to preserve. And she's like, well, you have to know you say you have to know what you're trying to preserve, but like, why do we need to innovate?
Money.
But
if it's corporate, dude, it's always money.
Successful in 2017 than it was, than it is now.
Agreed.
We
But
don't need to innovate. We should go into harder what we were doing.
a corporate setup, I think, and I mean, I'm not disagreeing with what
No
you're
one's
saying.
arguing with you, John.
But
Bill's just explaining why. Yeah.
I just think that like that's where that push is if you have a board and you have investors and you have corporate, that all speaks to money. Greg never spoke to money. Greg was, the whole kind of like build it and they'll come kind of thing. Go out to help people. Like your job is to help people. And if you do it and you do it right, then these people will never leave you kind of a thing. Like that was, and I like that attitude. I mean, I'll admit I'm not the best businessman on the planet by any means, but I'm a damn good coach and I can make relationships and I can keep people around for a long time and I can make them fitter.
The people who are saying stuff like that are like, hey, we need to make a green M&M or a purple M&M, or we need to change the color of the M&M bag, or we need to like change the name of M&Ms to C&Cs. And that's what they're doing.
But I agree with you, John. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with you too, John.
I feel like the people who are wanting to make money then are worse at making money than the guy who didn't care if he made money.
Explain.
Like, I mean, it's like hard because we can't go back to Greg Glassman, right? Like we can't go back.
We could.
She's getting famous.
Yeah, no, you're right. We can't. No, we can't. We can't.
Why?
We can't. What? He's not going to do it.
They sold it. They're not going to sell it back.
What are they?
And he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it.
Help us. How did you?
Like all of the like we need to innovate or they want to make money. All these like we went through like 3 different CEOs in the last 2 years, and we have a board. You didn't have any of this stuff before, and I feel like it was more successful before. And I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about
no,
the
it was
or anything about the business, but just the feel of it. It felt like it was growing. It felt like there were more affiliates. The games felt cooler. And it's a little.
Do you think it feels corporate now? It didn't feel corporate then?
It feels like it's trying to be corporate, and corporate's trying to make money, and we're having all these back end issues.
I don't think it feels corporate. I think it feels crippled.
By corporate?
I think no.
Right.
I think it's tongue tied. It's tongue tied. It's crippled. It's lost its way. It doesn't know what it's trying to do. It's crippled. It's like it's hobbled. It's like it's stopped. It's like a clock that someone needs to wind. I don't feel like it's corporate at all. What would you think that's corporate about it?
I don't know. All the conversations we're currently having, we have to have a conversation about the identity of CrossFit.
That's why it's crippled. Those people inside feel right. Okay. And I think those people inside feel that way. Caller, hi. Oh, wait, hold on. My fantastic setup. Hold on.
Someone's biceps looking good from all those injections.
Mine? You think?
The one.
Sevan, you're on testosterone?
You just
hold. No, I'm not. No, yeah, caller. Hold on 1 second, caller.
BPC.
I'm the only one on this, not on something.
Oh,
I'm not on anything,
Bill's
bro.
Not on anything.
You like how he Brady bunched you? I thought that was.
Yeah. He's trying to fuck you. He's trying to fuck you, Bill. Hold on, caller. Hold on. Someone said, "Hey, when are we going to talk about the games?" Go away.
Well,
Taylor, do you want to do that challenge at the game?
Go away. Okay, caller. Hi.
Can you hear me now, Sevy?
Yeah. What's up, dude? How are you?
Deep.
How we doing?
I'm good. I'm having fun. I'm here with my boys. This is good. I love doing this.
Nice and deep.
This is good. Hey, everyone whining about lack of game stock. Chill out.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Yeah, chill. Thank
Jay
you.
Hartle, all you guys.
Barry McCock.
What's up, dudes?
Barry McCock and her.
It's extra sloppy.
Yeah, Barry donating money to bitch. Come on. Hey, CrossFit, it's crippled because it went this corporate woke direction. And I think we're seeing a lot of what happens when that happens. I called in, I think Bill was on, I don't know, a month ago. I called in and I gave an example of that wokeness type of thing seeping into gyms, because as hard as it is to believe, that is kind of what's happening. And it's not kind of, it is what's happening. And I'll give you another example. I was talking with my coaches about just ideas to make the gym better and what we can do. And I said, You know, one thing that would be real cool is if we, I've seen it at other gyms I've coached at. What if we have like an achievement or accomplishment wall, a PR wall, something like, you know, it's just something you see when you come in. Now we have sugar water, I mean, we put our stuff in there, but like something you see, it just looks cool. It takes you back to when I first started in affiliate way back in 2012, we had stuff like that. And just the visual, it looks cool. One of the coaches told me that it would be too triggering if members came in and they saw other people's numbers like that they're fitter than them. Or I'm thinking, wait, what? What do you mean? Like, we already have sugar. People see if they put their time in there and they did it in 10 minutes and someone else did it in 8, that person was fitter than them in that particular workout.
Jeremy, hold on one second. Hold on one second. I want to get Bill's reactions. Bill.
What?
Old school as fuck. Write your score on the board. Do you, like,
yeah.
Is that okay? Are we so soft we can't do that anymore?
No, like I'm old school. We have an RX version and every other version. You only put a RX if you do all of the things. You put your score up every single time. I tell everyone that I'm proud of the job that they're doing. That's why we put the score up there, because you need to be proud about the job that you do when you're in there that day. If it's a bad day, so be it, but you put it up anyway.
Yeah, just write your score, and if you're in last place, right? But I did sweat more than everyone else. Like, if you got to say something, say it.
For sure. Or how about get out of your own head and
who cares
and give props
anyway
to the person that did better than you. Right? Who cares?
Right.
It's
No
your journey,
one's gonna be like,
not,
that guy shouldn't be here because he got last on the. Who cares?
No one's ever thought that.
Right.
No one's ever thought that. Everyone's like, thank God that guy's here so I can beat someone.
Exactly. Makes me not look so bad. Right. Yeah. So I'm telling you, man, and that's just my gym. And I've been at a handful of gyms in my area, and that type of mentality is creeping in. People are triggered because someone else's score is better than them. That's the whole point of this, man. If everyone's score is the same, what the hell's the point of it?
And look, Jeremy, we're triggered by them being triggered by that. My point is that there's no end to it. They can't win. Now we're like, fuck you. You triggered us. But they don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about us. They don't, which then lets us know that they're lying. They don't really care about people being triggered. It's something else.
They care about their own feelings, and they're in their heads like we talk about all the time. It's wild. But yeah, I don't want to take up too much time so you guys can get to games talk here.
Too late. You already did.
Too late.
Well, that was easy.
Did we lose him? Oh,
he just hung up on himself.
Hey, and that going back to
I'm still here. I was just saying I love you guys.
All right, love you too.
All right, peace out.
All right.
That was fun.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Going back to the corporate thing, even when Greg was going through the divorce, and that other company that was looking at taking over
Anthos,
yeah. I mean, their comment to us, what we all heard was there's money being left on the table, and that was the corporate, and that was so opposite to what we have always done. We always cared about our people, not about the money. And not to say that we were all the best business people and we're looking for all that money, but our focus was on coaching the people that we had, not trying to make as much money at every angle that we could possibly think of. And I think that's where we first, as affiliates, we first started seeing that and started hearing it. And then every time money came in, or money people came in, because you want the business to grow. You want it 30 million people or whatever it is. You want the business to grow, and it takes money to do that. The problem is finding the right people with the right money, the right idea, the right mentality that have the money. That's the hard part, I think.
We need to get Elon Musk interested in CrossFit.
Yeah, like why didn't we grab, some of those other the Facebook dude?
I wish you could have just seen who it said was calling in just now. This was the most. Apple gave this the weirdest ID. Caller, hi.
Hi.
Hey.
So first of all, this is Seema Boobs.
Hey, Seema.
Hey.
I'm gonna send you a link. Hold on.
No. My computer, I don't know where my computer. Nobody cares about your fucking feelings, first of all. Second of all, when you're an investor, they really don't care about your feelings. So when you're in the first years of growing basically what they consider a startup, they're always going to say, what's our P&L, our profit and loss? So essentially the first few years, they're always going to make it a loss so that they get the tax write-off. Once they figure out what they're fucking doing, then they will put in the investment, find the sales channels, go to the affiliates, all of those things. So that's my take.
So you think we're still in the infancy of our new owners care? Like we're still a what's that, like a little seedling to them?
Correct.
Okay. Have you ever met up with Pool Boy in person?
No, but I am from that region. I'm not from the UAE.
Oh, but does he want to meet up with you? Has he tried to meet up with you?
No.
Oh.
I think what we're going to do is like a collab on our OnlyFans. So I'm in the process of getting verified. He's already verified.
Wow,
so
we are way off GameStop now, aren't we?
No, what are you talking about? Peak athletic performance. All right. Keep me posted. Let me know how we can support your guys' business ventures.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Well, shit. There you go. An entrepreneur called in, not just
Bill
some
felt
fucking...
very awkward by that.
Well, he keeps having to remember his daughter's in the room, but she can't hear. So he's got like two hats on. He's dad, like she can't hear this shit. Okay, he has to keep telling himself she can't hear this. She can't hear this.
Who called in before SEMA?
Jeremy.
Jeremy had the thing about the PR board. This is something I had in my affiliate, just a giant Y, and I had everyone write why they were members at the gym. So
I like it.
So at the very minimum, it was a reminder to the coaches, so they kind of knew where they were coaching them up towards. But it was just something that I did there, and it's like it's always the guiding light. Like, why are you doing anything? I thought it was cool.
Look at Andrea. Challenge
like
myself, be athletic, and meet cool people. I like that.
Where's mine in there?
And then Carla wrote, challenge myself, be healthy, and community. So it's kind of the same thing.
They're all very similar. And then there are some people in there who have weightlifting goals and like image goals and just be better parents. But it was a cool thing that I did over there.
Here, this person. Sell steroids to Hiller's clientele. That's it. That person just has one. Well, that one's cool.
Is that a real one up there?
No.
I was like, oh, damn, who wrote that?
Extra sloppy. This conversation is infinitely more interesting than games talk. I apologize. I want to talk about the games, but yeah. Bill's daughter was cracking me up too. Cracking me up. That was hilarious. Okay. Bill is nailing it.
Hill, you could have just written that on the board and then you wouldn't hate it. I'm here to work out. Leave me the fuck alone. And then everyone would be like, oh, I got it. That was the point. So everyone knew.
So someone wrote that on the board.
No, he said that's his why.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Like, that's why I'm here. I'm like, that's the point. Now everyone knows. Don't talk to T. Hill.
I want to play one more thing that really hit me that I'm not even sure I understand. It's at 3050 on the episode number 39, PRs All Day, the Craig Howard Pleasanton CrossFit podcast. It's at 3050. And check this out. I think she talks about how intensity is the North Star, but that the intensity that we perform, look at Caleb already knows. He rewound it a little bit because he knows I fuck up. She knows that this intensity being our North Star has something to do with our values, that as a community, we're not afraid to work hard. This really fucking hit me when she said this. Okay, action.
Who we are and our values, this character that I think runs through, or CrossFitters, people attracted to CrossFit. It's born out of what we do and how we do it, right? And it's simple things I think of, like putting our scores on the whiteboard, being brave enough to do that, right? That there's a value that is implied and that's continually reinforced in doing that. The fact that we work hard, right? That intensity is the North Star. Like there are values.
By the way, do you notice that? I don't know how we got on the board thing. I had forgotten she'd even said that. But the timing couldn't have even been fucking better for that. These are all real CrossFitters here, except for maybe me. What do you think about that, Grundler? Have you ever thought of it in terms of it's our values? That's, I guess, why I want my plumber to be a CrossFitter. I want my kid's skate coach to be a CrossFitter. I want my gardener. Like, I want, if I could hire everyone who's a CrossFitter, I would. Is it I sense something in their values?
Yeah. That was the grittiness from before. And whether it's, hardworking or not afraid to get dirty or, just getting after it for whatever, or take whatever you have and make something great out of it, whatever. That was the CrossFit that I came into. That was what really drew me to CrossFit. It was hard, but that was good. We like to do hard things. I mean, that's what this stuff was right here. Like getting back to the idea of what we were, not to say small and something that nobody knows who we are, nothing like that. It can get as big as it wants to be, but there's an attitude. There's a mental attitude, a mental toughness, a just don't want to give up kind of attitude where you like the suck. That there's the reason people like being on teams when they're in sports is because they do, like, you form a bond with these people by pain and suffering and sweat. Exactly. And that is a glue that a lot of people, if you are not in a sport, you don't really understand. And you have that in CrossFit. That was what drew me to it in the beginning. It was like wrestling practice all over again. And I loved it.
John, values, hard work, being brave.
Yeah.
Resonates with you?
I agree 100% with Bill. Like, CrossFit is hard to do. So if people who come to CrossFit gyms, regardless of fitness level, work hard, and if they work hard, like in a CrossFit gym, or they should be working hard, or it's not a CrossFit, it's an Orange Theory. But if they work hard in how they're working out, they're going to work hard in their day-to-day job. They're going to work hard in whatever they're doing, whatever passion they have at the time, whatever job they have. They are going to work harder than somebody who is not in CrossFit, because they know what hard work is. You can't get through freaking Nancy without suffering, without hurting. It doesn't matter how slow you go. Everybody's hurting. Everybody's suffering. And like a person who's willing to do that day after day after day, regular person just coming to class every day, like, they're going to work hard in their other facets of their life.
That was Glassman's thing too. He's like, write something down that you want to be better in 3 months or 6 months. Put it in the envelope. Doesn't matter what it is. You want to be better at your job, be a better husband, you want to lose some weight, you want to do this, you want to do that. Put it in there, and at 6 months, open that thing up and see if you've completed it. And it always is, because if you are willing to deal with some discomfort and be okay in that situation and be brave enough to push through that, then you're gonna reap the benefits out of that.
You're not just you're getting to express your values, but if you don't have those values, like maybe I didn't have those values when I was at CrossFit, I got to cultivate them.
And you get the community that does that for you.
Right. They're there to support you and help you cultivate them, keep you accountable.
100%.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Good job, Nicole. Fucking killed it.
You guys didn't see this?
I want my farmer to be a CrossFit. There you go. Farmer to be a CrossFitter. Why?
Because they get work done faster per the terms of CrossFit.
They plow
the field faster
for time.
Very important question. Why is Hiller drinking water that's not a C4?
Because it's 9:48. I cut myself off at 4 o'clock.
The show is all. Oh, that's good to hear. I thought you were superhuman. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome.
Well,
you cut yourself
I
off.
could drink one now and probably still fall asleep. But
you cut caffeine at 4?
I tried to. Yeah.
This show is always improved. This show is always improved when Bill Grundler comes on.
Thanks, dude.
Comes on your back, Kenneth. What did you say when I cut you off? What's your caffeine deal, Bill?
I don't have one. I can drink it all the way up to right before I go to bed.
Oh,
that means you don't sleep enough.
Maybe that is very possible. That is possible.
Do you do your morning classes, Bill?
I do, but I drink coffee in the morning. Like when I was in fire, we drank coffee all the time. So like I don't have any. No, I sleep great.
That's what you think.
No, I did all the Apple Watch stuff, and like your REM sleep is great. I don't sleep for like 8 hours or anything like that.
Hey, you sleep for
That's called
3, and
good
then
sleep.
you're
You're
caffeine
sleeping
and
8 hours.
you're in this terrible circle of death, and you don't even know.
He's like, I
Probably.
get my 6 hours, Hiller. I'm good.
I just
I'm
tell
sleeping great.
myself I'm
I
fine,
get like
and
2
it's
hours.
all
Great.
fine.
Sevy, get the peanut butter ready. No.
Hey,
Listen, I want to share something with you guys at home and hear John and Bill's thoughts on this. I was thinking today when I was driving, it's kind of crazy what Andrew Hiller did. I was thinking of it in relationship to the fact that the problem with CrossFit right now, its media, is that there's just no consistency. That basically it doesn't matter what they put out. They just need to be putting stuff out every single day. And you think, especially with 2 people like me and you, Bill, who have been around fucking forever, and this is a hard group of people to fucking get any respect from. In 2 years, he elbowed his way into the fucking media space. And now he's fucking there. And it's a fucking perfect fucking example for everyone to see. You know, the last time I saw someone do this, I remember when Kelly Starrett was fucking everyone loved him, but no one knew him. And I remember him saying, hey, I'm going to make a video every single fucking day. This is back in the day. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I love those things.
And he would make videos like it. He'd be like, fuck, he'd be at the airport all day. So he'd make a video of him stretching at the airport. Or he'd just be with Spieler walking down the street and make a video with Spieler. Because he knew no matter what, that was the discipline. Publish something every single fucking day. And someone said to me recently, they're like, holy shit, Andrew Hiller must have a crazy editor. I'm like, dude, he does it all himself. He's a fucking
I want to know
workaholic.
who told you that.
What?
I want to know who told you that.
And someone very relevant to the Earth circling the sun. It's fucking crazy to think that one man did this. Think of that. One guy fucking did this. We didn't just let him in. We hazed him. We picked on him. He had to take the fucking comments. He had to find his own way. No one helped him. We tried to put roadblocks. We don't want anyone else in this space.
Yeah, I didn't like him until I met him.
This
is our little kingdom. We don't like anyone. That's our culture. We want to. Now this fucking guy did 225 grace with no notice live on this podcast. And I just want to take my hat off to you, buddy. You fucking did it. You're fucking, I mean, you're sitting in the room now. You're the guy. It's fucking hats off to you. Thoughts on that, Mr. Grundler?
Hell yes. What I liked about you, dude, was that you just came out.
Funeral.
Yeah, I know, totally. It's the anti-roast. No, what it was that you weren't trying to fit into a box that was already there. Like once you found your slot, like you just leaned into it. Probably Fluffy Duck is going to grab that for one of his things now. Found that slit and leaned into it. You know what I mean? You found your spot and you went for it. And whether you were getting hazed or not hazed, you just kept going. I mean, you just figured, what do you got to lose? And you kept on going, and that was awesome. So I thought it was great. In the beginning, I thought it was great just because I was like, who is this guy? Man, he's just talking shit. That's cool. He's just like, doesn't even care. And it's rare. I think that's one of, talking with like what Sevan's talking about, especially like with old days stuff, is if you tried to kiss people's ass in the old days, it never worked out well. It was always the people that were always, they just put their head down and they did work. Those are the ones that got spots, got jobs, got whatever. They'd be put in a spot and it's like, okay, go make something happen. And the ones that could do that, they were the ones that were in the space. Those that tried to do those things or tried to buddy up, it didn't work out the same way. Not at least from what I can see.
Old fashioned hard work from Andrew Hiller.
Just go. It was awesome. Yeah.
I want to say this before John and you say something, Hiller. I want to say something that Heidi's post something that Heidi said. What did she say? She said something. God, where is that? Sorry, Heidi, I lost it. It was a good comment. Like, okay, don't make any. Oh, here. No, actually, it does matter what they put out. Stop putting out games athletes eating garbage. Good point. Maybe I overspoke, but they do need to be putting out something every single day. We need some, like you just wrote the book on how to take over, get a voice in the space, and CrossFit doesn't have a voice in their own space anymore. So I just wanted to use Hiller's example. John, thoughts on Andrew Hiller's rise to eating at the big boy table?
Yeah, I mean, he essentially just didn't care what anybody else thought. And like, what did you get your start on? Was it the no rep stuff, or was it natty or not?
It was a natty one. I think that was the first big one, wasn't
video
it?
I put up was the CrossFitters on steroids, everything you need to know, and it was such a poorly edited video, but it's still my highest viewed video. It's pretty funny. It's so slow and it's such shit, but it's pretty good still.
I remember having conversations at my gym, and people like we would be like, "Do you think Hiller's good for the sport?" This is whenever you were just, I mean, you weren't on Sevan yet. You were just doing your own thing.
They still say that. I still feel like I hear that every day.
But random people would be like, "Oh man, I saw this guy just trashing people," and I was like, some stuff I absolutely agree with him, and then I was like, some stuff he's just doing for views.
Dude, it's the talks that you have in your gym. That's it. It's the same stuff I have in the affiliate, but
that's my point. You would say things on YouTube, and I mean you still do, but that people just talk to their boys about. But like if they were put on the spot, they'd be too afraid to say it. And there was nobody controversial. Sevan was still interviewing athletes at the time. It was just him talking with CrossFit athletes and UFC people. It wasn't like we talked about controversial things. Tell me if I'm wrong, Sevan.
No, it's fair.
But and I mean, people just ate it up. And no, I mean, I think I was surprised how big you got. Whenever I got 250 followers yesterday in one day, had no idea what it was from, and it was just because you reposted my thing on Instagram. That was it. 250 followers.
Wow.
And listen, I don't have that many followers, so like that's like a significant percentage.
25% increase,
dude.
just about.
Put you over that 1,000 mark. Congratulations.
Gosh, he has gotten like I didn't think he was like that.
Why are you telling me that now? That's awesome. That's so cool.
No, I mean, I blew my mind.
Bill bought you those followers from India. Abu and the gang.
You picked up 250 when I shared you picked up the dumbbell?
Yes, that thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where is that? What did you share? Can we see it?
No, it's on my story, so you can't see it now.
Oh.
But dude, that's virtuosity, man. Like
regardless, I was like, gosh, man, he
has
so
funny.
Nice shirt.
Huge. Thanks, man. I was hoping you reposted that and you didn't. I see who cares about me. Who doesn't.
You would have got 250 more followers.
Not from Sevan.
No one sees shit that I post.
But I think it's great. I honestly, when you put the Tia Now You're Not thing, I didn't know you yet, and I was like, I really didn't like that one, and I was
neither.
like, I was like, I don't think Hiller's good for the sport. I was mad, but then I think I met you for the first time, and I'm like, oh, he's super nice.
Where'd you meet him?
No, on a podcast, like just one of these things.
We are bumped into one.
Same with Josh Bridges. Didn't Josh Bridges meet you on a podcast too, Hiller?
He did, yeah.
And he didn't. I don't think he liked you. He used to call, "Hey, how's Bat Boy doing?"
He still calls me that, which is cool.
He does, but he likes you now. He hung out with you on the podcast and he liked you.
That's right.
But regardless, you're not afraid to say anything, and I don't think CrossFit had that when you came in, or like nobody in the media was doing that before you came in.
Well, let me say this. Maybe there were people saying not afraid to say anything, but he has a very unique set of eyes and analytics that he's brought along with the ability to say anything.
Well, he has his reasons. He's saying he backs it up with he's like, this is why I think this. It's not just.
It's really easy. I think I don't know. I think everybody could do that. You have a topic, you have reasons, and you constantly like bring a circle around, and then you spit out the end of the video. It's like a wash.
I think that about analytics, but somehow my picks are still better than everybody's.
Wait a minute, I think you were slightly worse from what I saw.
The stuff I sent you, I was slightly better. You dove deep into the annals.
I just did it my own way.
You dove deep into the annals?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bill.
I just talk sometimes. Don't.
I was gonna say it goes back, especially like the ones. I mean, not the natty or not necessarily. I mean, I think that's an angle that you have, but where you were able to cut your teeth on roasting the big names in our sport.
The reps
are the rep stuff. And there were a lot of people who, the armchair judges and what does he know? And he can't see the angle, all those things. Like those are, I can understand those comments, but one of the, like, if you look at the old, and we go back to like the Nicole Carroll stuff, what we do is we have a couple ethos among us. And one of those things is talking about virtuosity, doing the common uncommonly well. You go all the way down, you come all the way up. That's what you do all the time. So your eye that you go to when you're calling people out is you're being a CrossFit coach, because you would say the same thing to the athletes in the gym. It's like, okay, you're not getting it. I mean, great, you're working hard.
Danny, you really don't know Hiller anything except to thank you.
Right.
Free coaching. We've talked about that before, Sevan. It's just free coaching.
Yeah. So I mean, like I think that it's it seemed to be all controversial, and I mean, okay, the natty stuff like with Tia
It's
and
such
those
like
things.
soft core controversial though.
What's that? It is.
There's
Totally.
There's softcore, like Tia is hardcore, and I think everything else was softcore.
I agree.
It's a lot lower. I'm assuming.
And I was super like cool with the softcore stuff. That hardcore stuff was too much for me. That sent me over the edge. Wasn't
Just too
ready
young,
for it.
John. Too young.
Yeah.
I woke up one day and it was time to go to war. I'm like, we're doing this video.
Heidi, the games needs to separate itself from the methodology. I couldn't disagree more. Anyone?
Like how? What does that even mean? Why do people say that? It's the same. Like what are you trying? What does that mean?
Where are they going to get money from?
The games?
Yeah, where are they going to get money from?
I think that's just a complete misunderstanding of what's going on. I mean, I understand it comes out of your mouth easy, but it's kind of like, hey, they should separate my wife's head from her tits and ass. It's like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, how is she going to talk?
Yeah, how is she going to feed? How is she going to? Yeah, how's the brain going to tell her she needs to do more air squats? Hiller got there using PEDs doesn't count.
That's mostly true.
It's not fair. He got all his views from steroids.
But
even
the
guy who talks about steroids wins. His video about steroids wins. Go ahead, John.
Think about how great of an idea that is. Like he's not competing anymore, and he's like, I'm going to take steroids, and I'm going to show you guys what it does.
Yeah,
everybody wants to know anyway. Officially,
who has done that? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? That's an ingenious idea. If you're not competing anymore, you're like, I'm gonna show y'all like just what it does to you, and
you can ask him anything.
Better eye for it later. Yeah.
Where did you put the needle? What did you eat? You don't even work? How often do you work out? Has it affected your endurance? You can ask him fucking anything.
Shoot a peptide in my spine.
That video you sent me was crazy.
Was that fun?
Scared the shit out of me.
That was weird. I wonder if you could do that. It wasn't my spine. It was into like the lumbar muscles.
He's like, I put some BPC 157 in my back. I'm like, let me see the video of that. And he sent it to me, and it's a fucking one-handed injection in his back. Or two-handed. It's two-handed.
It's like this.
Yeah, I'd break the needle off in there like a jackass.
It's kind of trippy, but it was cool.
Love all of you on here. Big respect, Hiller. Yeah, nothing but respect. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Hiller. I'm sure you didn't like that, but it's true. I don't mean it to like compliment you. I just meant it as like, hey, there's a perfect example for CrossFit Inc. to be like, hey, dude, how the fuck did one guy who fucking didn't get paid anything all of a sudden has a voice in your space when you guys don't even have a voice in your space? It's like,
I think I got like two things it could have legit been anybody who decided to start making a video a day. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I think all of us here have the same ideals. And you could have you freaking do it every day. But anybody who wants 20, 30,000 CrossFit subscribers, you make a video and it's dog shit. And then you make another one. It's slightly less dog shit. And every day there's one little editing hack that never goes away in your brain. And they just compound. And I can't believe somebody thinks that I have an editor. That's a huge compliment.
That's dude, it's so obvious you have an editor. There's no way one person.
When somebody says,
I just showed you. I just pulled this up.
So you made one video, whatever. Sleeky, buy him tacos, Alexis. You can never go wrong with buying a man food. Oh.
What did I do here?
Okay. I saw this the other day. Hiller and I have been talking with California Peptides forever about doing the California Hormones games. And I saw this the other day, the enhanced games.
Ooh.
At enhanced.org. I contacted this guy on the founder of this on Instagram. The enhanced games is organizing an alternative to the corrupt Olympics. We believe that science makes humanity and sports better and fairer.
This is going to be huge. This is going to be so big.
Depends who the events are.
Sevan, do you remember the Saturday Night Live skit? I think these other guys might be too young for that.
Hans and
the all drug Olympics.
No, I forget that.
Oh no,
dude, one of you guys got to pull that up. Yeah, where he rips his arms off on a deadlift clean. Phil Hartman.
Wasn't that Hans and Franz who did that?
No.
I'm Hans, you're Franz.
No, they did that one too. But like the all drug Olympics, it was Phil Hartman. I think rips his arms off because he was so jacked.
Why on their pictures they have like 4 people that look not enhanced at all?
Right.
Oh, this is it, yeah.
Oh, good luck. Let's see. Can you do 7 seconds of this, you think? Holy cow.
Here he goes.
Like, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
That's funny.
What do you think? What do you think? Just let the athletes tell the truth. The Aaron D'Souza, president of the Enhanced Games. Yeah.
What? Awesome. He's gonna blow up. I hope it goes well.
I've spent my life fighting corruption and evil. Today, I'm pleased to announce my next battle, the International Olympic Committee, together with a team of Olympians and leading scientists. We're building a whole new kind of sport event, one that openly celebrates scientific progress. Please see www.enhance.org for more information.
You should sign up.
I should start working out to sign up so I can 1, beat you and 2, compete.
I don't think you should work out to beat me in a walking 225 squat.
You don't think so? Are you trying to say it's a bad test? Come on.
No, that'd be a nervous system
right there.
Listen, I've done 4 shots in this arm with BPC 157. And my penis is already 3 inches bigger.
What is that?
I have no idea.
It's a healing peptide.
Just put it in there.
I watched a bunch of videos on it. I watched a bunch of videos on it.
Or do you not know? You said you've been doing pull-ups.
I have been doing I started doing pull-ups. I did 10 sets of 3 pull-ups the other day. And it's a long, and I've gone 5 months without doing pull-ups for 4 months. It's the longest I've gone without doing pull-ups since I did my first pull-up at 23 or whatever.
So it's working.
I guess, but you rubbed on my arm too.
Right. rubbed on, not off on.
Whatever. Words don't matter.
It's like a CBD balm.
Hey, Kenneth, I am going to try to get that guy on there. Anyway, more to come on the enhanced games.
I wonder if it pays to win.
If you guys want to talk about the games, this was an interesting factor that I really liked. You want to talk about Danielle Brandon for a second? First of all, she did did you ever send me a URL to that WOD app video? WOD?
Yes, I did.
You sent me a URL to it?
I sent it in your Instagram. I think I shared it to you, or maybe.
You sent it to me, but I couldn't pull up the URL. What's the name of that company? WOD something?
WOD Proof.
Yeah, have you guys seen this WOD Proof commercial that Danielle Brandon's in?
Not the commercial, no.
Can we
find it?
Oh shit! Wow,
What?
Is that legit, Souza? That is legit.
I'm on it.
You're pulling up the video, Hiller?
No, it's the CA
Oh, all of a sudden everyone's buying peptides. Oh shit! Look at that.
Look at that.
Shit, there's the barcode for peptides. Okay, see if you can go to that WOD Proof commercial.
That one? It could be that one. Maybe.
Okay, try.
That's not it. I sent it to you, homie.
Is it that one?
I know. She's wearing a pink shirt in it. Maybe that's it.
Nope.
First thing.
No. She starts running and she's in slow motion. I know you sent it to me, but I couldn't get the. Let me see.
Oh yeah, this is weird. What if I send it to Caleb?
No, you
Caleb,
sent it in
sending it
group.
to you. Wait a minute. You're Beaver. See Beaver. See Beaver underscore. All right, Caleb, I sent it to you. Unless there's another See Beaver underscore.
Yeah, I couldn't get it out of Instagram. It was weird.
I just saw the same thing. Yeah.
Did you send it to Caleb in Instagram or as a text message?
Instagram.
Oh, well, he's fucked probably.
Why? He can just pull it up on Instagram like he just was.
Oh, all right, fine. Good point. God, you know stuff.
No, I'm observant.
Okay, here we go. Want to unlock your full potential, and here we go. Here's the ad.
Don't you want to get down, down, down?
You think we're busted for that song?
No, it's still 7 seconds.
Oh, it's a gratuitous boob ad.
It sure is.
It's crazy, but I like it. I think it's awesome.
It's great.
Perform. How much do you think she makes from that?
$10. You ever see Deuce Bigelow?
I hope she got 10%. I hope she got 10% of the company.
I just hope that they had some people sign up because I like the wad-proof ad people.
Did you see what Hiller? Can you find what Hiller posted in here?
There it is.
You aren't fooling anybody. At least they are actually using the product like they should versus that cold plunge ad.
Right. Hey, I don't got anything wrong with it because unlike our favorite in the space, Danny Spiegel, she's not saying she's doing it for anything other than the reason it's up there.
Open up more posts real quick, Caleb. I want to show you what some people write in this. People are fucking crazy. Oh, you can't. More comments. Yeah. Oh, open up more comments. Some people just wrote smash. Wood, like that wood. Like click on that dude's thing. Oh, one post. Okay, so it's a fake account. Okay.
He plays for the Celtics?
I know, but that's funny though. I'm pretty sure she knows what to do without this app. Oh, there was a couple in there that was just like smash.
Go to the top. It says smash at the top. Me bricked up. Jesus.
I know. It's like, dude, smash. Next question. Let me see that guy's account. Oh, okay. So, all right, fine. All right.
Couple of dogs. Some King Charles Cavaliers. It's a manly dog.
Smash. Yeah. Let's look at the villain. How many? Let's see how many. What's going on with him?
Jeez, man.
Can you imagine? Have you ever written that on someone's post before, Bill? You ever write that? Just smash.
I hate profiles that have nothing of the people.
Pardon me?
I hate profiles that don't have the actual person in them.
Yeah, they just go around and say stuff like I would write that if two cars crashed into each other. But I'm 51. I would write like smash or like if the Hulk was breaking something.
That's some stuff I would do when I was 16. With like three of my closest buddies, and I knew nobody could hear me.
I'd be scared. Daniel Brandon, I was watching on the Brian Friend podcast. They were saying that she won event 1 over all the other women who did event 1. Event 1 was the sled pool and
machines, skiing,
right,
air running, and then assault bike, reco bike.
And what they were saying was so amazing about it, if my takeaway was, is that she beat all the European women, where the sled pulled significantly easier. Thus letting us know that Danielle Brandon is a serious threat, not only to podium, but to win the games. Mr. Young. Is that enough? Should we be like, oh shit. Yeah. Winning event 1 worldwide from all the other women who are going to the CrossFit Games? Is that indicative? Really?
That she's going to win the games.
You're usually so impressed by people who win machine events. You're so impressed with Roman. She won the machine event
though. That was a sled pool event. One weird specialty thing that might show up one time at the games.
That's how impressed I was with it. Boom. That's my list.
Wow.
His list
Wow.
is of Instagram.
There's
followers.
Laura
Oh,
Horvath.
no, I guess it's not because Emma Carey's up there.
Emma Carey's going second, then Katrin. You saw
Bill,
it there.
thoughts? Danielle Brandon, can she get on the podium? Hiller says she's winning the games.
I don't think she'll win. I think she'll be on. I think she's a force to be reckoned with. I could see her on the podium.
Then who's going
I
to win?
think she
Tell
can.
me. Give me one.
Give you one.
Out there. Put your neck out there.
I
Bill.
think. I don't think that we'll see handstand push-ups that will
I think
do
I
enough
want to
damage
win.
to Laura. So I think Laura's going to win.
Give me a
Okay.
reason why Laura is not going to win the game, Hiller.
Because everyone wants her to, and she can't deal with it.
You think she's going to break down emotionally?
Oh yeah.
See, I don't
What
see
if-
that with her.
She has
I've never
broken down
seen her get
emotionally.
rattled ever.
Ever. No.
Yeah.
She's been stuck in the middle of everybody failing over and over and over and over, and then comes back and wins 3 straight events.
Yeah,
to
but
get
but
third
in
last
Hiller's
year.
I can't argue with that. That's good. You're right.
yeah, but in her defense, she's now also never supposed to have won it.
She's also got Patrick Vellner. She's always coming from behind. Everyone thinks she's going to win this year. She's got the Patrick Vellner syndrome.
Dude, there was great
I don't
insight
think
into
everybody
Malo.
thinks Patrick Vellner's going to win this year.
There was great insight into Mal in the movie. Great insight into Mal. Basically, that movie basically showed that like there were problems. There were problems brewing. You see Matt Fraser as the coach, and you see him expressing that he has very serious concerns about her workout habits, and it's the opposite of lazy.
No, she does too much.
And so now I bring this up with Laura Horvath, and it was the pressure, I think, of winning also was tremendous on her. So now, although we haven't seen Laura get rattled, and we've seen her in situations where she was fucking shitting the bed and she came back strong, we do like last year's games, crazy impressive. But now she's going to have the pressure. Everyone thinks she's going to win. Everyone thinks it's a runaway for her, right?
Not me.
I don't think that like everyone just assumes she's going to win. I think that there's always that like, well, I mean, she should, but if you see some handstand push-up, she's not going to do it. She's not, but we've all seen what it looks like. I think she, especially with hanging around like with Ben, I think she just blocks all the stuff out and she does her stuff. To see an athlete who's been second in the games, second in the world, do a handstand push-up workout where she is stopped dead in her tracks. And you don't see any like, she's bummed, but you don't see her breaking. I've seen athletes crying on the floor. I don't see any of that with her.
Like, she got second with a 0 in one of the events.
Yeah.
What
one
are you
event
doing?
less
What
than
are you doing,
everybody
John?
else. One event less than everybody else. She got second to Tia. She beat everybody with one event less.
Hey, she's talking about Mal, Sevan. She picked up on the Mal O'Brien you were talking
Well,
about too, the insight.
Okay, and then look at this, what Kenneth DeLapp is saying. Sorry, John, you brought up a really good point. You guys are bringing up good points about Laura, but to go back a second, sounds like when Rich was concerned with Haley's workout habits. That's right. Rich described Haley's workout habits exactly the same.
He did. That is a great
Too much.
correlation there.
Wow.
So the sled study, they said she beat Horvath, right? But if
Like
you
everybody will.
Say what? Okay, okay. in the sled
Sorry.
workout.
Oh, go ahead.
She got 26:35 in that event. There are like 6 women in Europe who beat her. They didn't make the games, but they beat her. It's not like she was untouchable and beat everybody in the world in the sled. She was first in the world of the women who made the games. She didn't destroy everybody
Who?
in the whole world.
Right. Okay. So
Danielle
I misrepresented that. Fair enough. Okay. Good. All right.
Yeah,
Let's
but they
put
won't
that to
be
rest
there.
then.
They won't, but it's not like she's got this otherworldly thing that it's just
How
better
about
than
the
everybody.
fact that Brandon went in week 1 and these women went in week 3 and they knew what the sled would look like and they
You
probably
put Danielle Brandon in Europe, she doesn't win first place. She didn't even win first place in North America East. Emma Carey beat her.
God, I hate being hit with hard facts.
God, Emma Carey is so fucking
1 point,
good.
John Young. I can't fight.
Emma Carey's freaky, huh?
I don't think Emma Carey will beat Danielle Brandon in the games. I think Danielle Brandon can podium. I don't think she will podium. But I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, which is way different than what you guys seem to think.
Final question of the evening.
Really?
Does Bill dye his hair? No. Upper body strength. They were saying it's the most relevant factor. And Brian was saying that he's struggling believing that. He was joking that it is the most relevant factor for who wins the games. That who does the best. That it's not
upper body pulling
strength. That it is for like
females.
That's a good question. I thought it was for everyone, but maybe specifically they were talking about females. Fucking crazy that it's not the machines. There's a dance recital going on in Bill's and square number 1. I want a daughter.
I mean, machines
I have
play
3
a part,
boys.
but
They'd be throwing shit at me.
We've
What?
seen the boys' pants.
Yeah. Oh, you think that's huge? You think that are you buying that analysis? Upper body pulling? Did you guys watch that podcast?
Yeah, I did.
I did. Yeah.
Thoughts on that? Are you buying that? Did you want to instinctively push back against that?
Not for the females. I think upper body pulling plays a huge part for the females.
I just want to know how they determine that. What is upper body pulling to somebody? Like a max out of muscle ups, max out of chest bar, a heavy weighted strict pull up. So like if you were to have that in the bag and you have the heaviest weighted strict pull up, does that mean that you are now having an advantage to winning the games? Is that what they're saying?
You're more likely.
Okay.
Like if you just ranked who is the best pullers by how they have done in upper body pulling.
I mean, Rambler's got a good
biased events. If you rank that order is likely to bear out in the games, is what the study is saying. Laura Horvath is very good at upper body pulling. She's not good at pressing.
It's usually when you're very good at one, you're shit at the other. Nick Urankar taught me that.
You think so?
No, Nick Urankar taught me that.
I mean,
I was
not the best
at
presser.
games one year, and the dude goes, "Man, I can do 405 push jerk. I can do like 60 unbroken strict handstand push-ups, but I can't do a 60-pound weighted pull-up." And I'm like, "Oh my God, serious?
Wow, really?"
Yeah, it was something crazy like that.
And you're a bad presser too?
I can do a 200-pound weighted pull-up, but I can't do 20 strict handstand push-ups. I'm like, "Oh, this is crazy. That must be how it works."
Did you hear that, Bill? We need to throw handstand push-ups into that squat workout. That's all.
Got it.
I'm pretty even in both of them. I guess if you're to an extreme, it might work that way because like you're an extremely good puller. You think it works that way?
That's how Urankar is the other way.
Yeah, he's an extremely good presser.
And that's how Laura is built. And I mean, every time I've looked at Laura, she's got to be good at pulling. I mean, Rambler said, and Brian and you guys are all talking about upper body pulling, but she can't press worth a shit. And I'm wondering if she's got me syndrome. And I get it. It sucks.
So Alexis Raptis and pulling workout is not going to do very good.
I'd be interested to hear her take on that. Maybe after the game, so she doesn't give away her secrets.
Well, they'll do a video beforehand and then like release it about a month or so after the game. So if you want that information for,
tell us your secrets.
He's not Robert Kennedy is not natural, right?
No,
not even close.
Freaking jacked though.
Do we have a problem with the guy who's running for president of the United States being all juiced up?
Hell no. I hope that more people get on.
Bill?
I don't have a problem with that. It's not sports.
John?
Oh man, be big and
I
intimidate people.
Right. You have no opinion?
No.
John's not political. I'm not either. I do steroids.
Bill Grundler, John Young, Andrew Hiller. Thank you. Callers. Go ahead.
Oh, I got nothing.
Thank you.
We didn't talk about Keith.
I know. We made it. Keith made it. For another show.
Okay.
You want to come on? You want to come on Sunday and talk about Keith?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. That is 9 hours from now or something. 10 hours, 11 hours. Greg Glassman will be on the show for his third video appearance. It is going to be fun. See you guys later. Bill's daughter. Good night.